Hello and welcome back to Top of the Kops, a very, very special edition this week. If you haven't seen Top of the Kops before, what is it? Well, it's a roundup show, a weekly roundup show dedicated to the mighty Liverpool and all things football culture as well. Now, let's meet our guest for today. You probably already know who it is. He may just be one of the finest ballers to ever come out of the Love Island villa. And as well as being a very charming bloke, he knows his music and he loves a pair of fancy crepes as well. It's none other than a man like Jack Fowler. How you doing, my bro?
I'm cool, my friend. How are you?
I'm very good, sir. Very good, sir. So what we've got coming up today, a comprehensive football roundup of the weekend's action. We'll find out who the top 3 Love Island ballers are from Jack himself, what he would compare himself to if he was a Prem player. And as well as that, we've got his match day mixer, 3 huge top of the cop moments of the week, and some questions from you guys as well. So if you've got questions, please get them into us right now and we can read them at the end of the show. Remember to like, comment on the video, share the stream and subscribe to the channel. Right, no more plugging. Let's get back into business. So Jack, you're a big football man yourself. You're a big music man. You know, we loved your kind of personality on Love Island, and I think you got a few female fans as well. So a lot to be spoken about in this show. But if we're talking about football, Liverpool are obviously the champions now. We celebrated our kind of title win this weekend with a very big one, which I was just telling you about beforehand. But the game finished 2-0 against Villa. I mean, it was quite a hard-fought win. I mean, could Villa have done any better? I mean, they did have the chances to as well.
You know what? Villa did really well. I think Villa did really, really well. Jack Grealish had quite a few opportunities in there as well. But you know what? Liverpool, they're champions. And what champions are always good at is winning when they're not playing brilliantly. So I don't think Liverpool did amazing, but yet they still come away with 3 points. And that's the sign of a champion. But Villa, man, they were unlucky to not come away with at least a draw.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Grealish had a shot saved down low by Alisson. I think they had a couple of chances after that as well. I mean, in terms of the game, Curtis Jones scores his first Premier League goal, just signed a new 5-year deal. He's in the thumbnail. Being an Arsenal fan yourself, it must be exciting to see the likes of, you know, Martinelli coming through, Saka signing. But for a Liverpool fan, now we've got some real young talent as well. I mean, what do you think of him? He's just signed a 5-year deal. Where do you see him in a couple of years?
Do you know what? With himself, he's done so well because he's actually from Liverpool. So it's his boyhood dream. Do you know what I mean? So it's different to Martinelli and, you know, other ballers coming through with Arsenal because, you know, he's actually from Liverpool. And that must be an amazing feeling for his family, for himself, boyhood dream. And you know what? I can see him pushing through the ranks. And obviously when Gerrard left, Henderson took over. Why not? When Henderson's got to leave, why doesn't he take over it? Look, it's obvious that the captains of Liverpool recently have all been homegrown. And he's just signed a deal long-term and scored on his Premier League debut. So it's kind of making sense. It's kind of like the stars are aligning for him.
Do you know what? You're so right. I think there's a beautiful opportunity next season when you see the likes of Lallana probably heading out the door. You see a great chance for him to step through. We don't need to sign a replacement for Lallana, to be honest. Like Curtis Jones, for me, I mean, I was at the game, the Everton FA Cup game, where he slams it in the top bins in the FA Cup from 30 yards. He scores the winning penalty against you lot in the League Cup at Anfield, that 5-5 mad game. Yeah. So I agree with you, bro. The sky's the limit for the boy, and the Scouse lads as well, which is always, you know, great. It's what it is when you got a Scouse lads. Put the armbands on him. It's great to see him. So, what do you think about him next season?
But you know what? I think, like you said, sky's the limit, and he's got a cool head about him. Like you said, he's scoring goals that aren't just little goals; they're important goals to score in big games. And you know, he's got Hendo around him. He's got Van Dijk around him. These are true leaders. Like, these are true leaders of the game. And if he's performing and doing what he's doing right now, who knows what this guy can do in the future?
Yeah, could maybe do with a haircut. I'm not gonna lie. But
listen, we've been in lockdown. Yeah, we've been in lockdown. So.
Bro, when did you first get your haircut? I was there Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Got it. Oh snap! It's sharp. It's sharp.
It's not the sharpest, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
Not bad at all. So obviously, bro, we lost 4-0. A very humbling defeat to City the other day.
I mean,
I think that's what they were, bro. I think they were still hammered.
They were. They were. They must have been.
Can you get your head around that? I mean, I've kind of looked at it as like, look at everything these players have gone through in the last couple of years, ups and downs. Naturally, when you complete everything there is to complete, you're going to go, do you know what I mean? For a week or 2?
30 years. 30 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? 30 years. Like, some of these players who play for Liverpool, I don't know, how old Hendo?
29, so he wasn't even born.
He wasn't even born. You know what I mean? So for him, it's probably, you know, grown up being Liverpool, and he's captained the side that's got him the Premier League. So look, we've all seen the videos on social media of them lot celebrating when Chelsea won. And you know what? Why not, man? I mean, you've won the Premier League, and to make things worse, the first game back is against Man City. That don't the best game to return to, but they got slapped. But end of the day, they're the true winners. You know, you got Man City giving you a guard of honor. Doesn't happen often.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get onto a clip of actually Bernardo Silva not even clapping during the guard of honor later on in the show. A quick question here from Morpheus. He says, Jack, which one player would you take from Liverpool's front three? Now, this is to go to Arsenal. So,
straight away, Mo Salah. What the hell? What kind of question is that? Big man. I would remortgage my yard, to try and get him as well, because he is like, listen, the first ever Egyptian to win a Premier League title ever. That is big. Do you know what I mean? So he's obviously and I think he's quite young. Ain't your top three all the same age? Mane and
27, 28, they're all around that
young
age.
Man, young. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So his legs are still in him. He's still got his legs, and he's banging in goals for fun. So yeah, definitely, I'd have him.
See why people would be surprised with your answer, but I can also see why. Hang on a minute. Since 2017-18, if you look at goal attributions, goals and assists, Messi's top and Salah's second. So realistically, if you're looking at the stats, that shouldn't come as a surprise, really. Putting crazy numbers on the board. I
mean, Messi's an alien, so you've got to just completely forget about him for a second. And for me, Mo Salah is probably one of the best strikers in Europe. You know, he proved himself on the pitch. And even when he's not having a great game, he'll nick an assist or he'll nick a goal.
Absolutely.
And that's what you want. That's what, you know, Klopp wants. That's what you invest your money in for. Like, I don't know the figure that you bought him for, but
34 mil.
See, you're paying top dollar, but you're getting results, evidently. So,
but even then, bro, that wasn't even like top dollar, really. You know?
Yeah, I know.
What he's worth now is probably 134.
Football and money there's no limit. Soon in my lifetime there will be a £1 billion player. No doubt. So yeah, but Mo Salah for me, top player, one of the best in Europe.
So I mean, we're talking about now Liverpool getting the points total record. The 100 was set in
2018. Yeah, 2018 I mean, Man City.
Do you think, yes or no, will Liverpool get 101 points or above that?
Doable. I mean, what we played 30. Well, you played 33 games. There's 38, is it in total?
38 games. 5 games.
15 games, 15 points. 15 points, and you're on 89. No, yeah. Why not? Why can't you? The thing is, this is the thing. It's to do with the dressing room now. It's all about the dressing room, what they want to achieve. If they just want to win the Premier League and have that as, you know, the biggest thing they've done in their career, then hats off to them, they've earned it. If they want to set records, they've got to push.
If you want to be like spoken about in terms of the top teams of all time, if you've got that to brag about, then you're definitely in there.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. It was a bit for me, being an Arsenal fan, a little bit squeaky bum time when they nearly went undefeated. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, if you want to set records and be up there with the best like Arsenal, then you've got to set records.
Do you know what, bro? It was funny because I was seeing Robbie a lot during the time when we just kept winning, and we actually scheduled an Invincible show to happen when we broke your record, right? So obviously we lost to Watford on 44 games.
Yeah.
But so we lost the 49 game record, but then we also lost the chance to kind of beat you in in your home. So take that record away. So I was super, super gutted. I'm not going to lie. Like, a lot of Liverpool fans were like, not too asked about it, to be honest. They can keep their little 49 if that's what it is.
You won.
Is yours gold all the time? Is yours gold all the time? I was gutted, bruv. Gutted when that happened. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It was peak. Talking about your team, though, the race for the Champions League / European places. Obviously, we're still waiting on Man City to be either banned for 1 or 2 years. That comes out, that decision, on July the 13th, actually. So look out for that. But if we're looking at it from a point of view where at this stage, Man City and Liverpool are there, and we're looking at 3rd and 4th and 5th for the places to take. Leicester currently 3rd, 58 points. Arsenal away, which is that tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight. I believe it's tonight. I think it's tonight. Yeah. I think it's,
and Bournemouth away, Sheffield United at home, Tottenham away, United at home. Chelsea on 4th, 57 points, just 1 point behind them. Palace away, which I think they're winning right now. Sheffield United away, Norwich at home, Liverpool away, which is the day we lift the trophy, and Wolves at home. United in 5th with 55 points. Some easy games for them, to be honest. Villa, Southampton, Palace, West Ham, Leicester. Wolves in 6th, 52 points. So you're starting to kind of jump down points here a bit. But Sheffield United, Everton, Burnley, Palace, Chelsea. Now Arsenal in 7th, 49 points, with Leicester, Spurs, Liverpool, Villa and Watford. So a mixed bag there.
It is a mixed bag. I think you said there Man United have got easy games. I don't know, because you got West Ham, like you said, you got Villa, and they're in a dogfight at the moment.
Yeah.
And you can't prepare for a team that is fighting for survival. There something happens in that dressing room that is probably Man City and all these top flight teams have never seen, because they have never had to worry about going down. Yeah. So I think Man United, there could be a few upsets in that. I think there could be a few upsets. I think West Ham, is it West Ham away or West Ham?
West Ham at home. Home.
Okay, yeah, but like I said, you never know, man. You never know. West Ham have just beaten Chelsea, mate. So
yeah, West Ham obviously have done that amazing escape that time at Old Trafford when Tevez scored for West Ham back in the day.
Yeah.
So if we're saying that 5th gets you Champions League, I mean, United 55 points, Arsenal 49. It's a tough one, because do you want to try and break your neck to get that 5th, knowing that if you don't, you're in the Europa League? Or do you kind of just sit where you are and kind of build for next year? I don't know how I'd feel if I was Arsenal in this one.
I mean, I've always said that you go as high as you can. You play to win. You never play to draw. You never play to lose. So if you go into every game playing to win and playing at your best ability, then there's no reason why you can't get Champions League. You know, I'm an Arsenal fan, man. There's no way that a top flight club, Arsenal, can settle for Europa. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, we want to be classed as one of the biggest clubs right now in Arsenal, in the Premier League, in the world, like we were previously. At the moment, we're not. And listen, Robbie will probably back me on that. We're not right now. Because you can't.
You know what though, bro? You say that, but I was on Robbie's show and he goes, so, Liverpool and Arsenal, we're probably level. I was like, who? He's like, well, big teams, we're level. I was like, Robbie, please, come on, bro. Please.
When you've got players like Ozil playing when they want, or not playing at all for whatever reason, but on top money, and you've got Martinelli, 18, 19-year-old, who runs his socks off every game, giving you 110%, there's something going wrong. And until that's rectified, and you know what? I don't even think it's Mikel Arteta. I think it's the board above. Yeah. I think they need to really go back to the drawing board and shake things up. Because right now, we're so far from the team that had the likes of Henry, Patrick Vieira, Pires, Reyes, Bergkamp. We're not the same Arsenal. We're not the same Arsenal.
Do you know what, bro? I can actually pinpoint the moment where I think, because like I said earlier, I grew up in North London, grew up around a lot of Arsenal success. Everyone doing the Lundberg red stripe in the middle. I've seen it all. Yeah, been there to Highbury with my old man. Watched Liverpool. I appreciated what a great club Arsenal was for the first time I went to Highbury. However, you go to the Emirates, Vieira leaves, Henry leaves, and there's a couple legends now that are kind of from that kind of Ray Parlour onwards kind of team, they're just, these key characters are falling away. And all of a sudden, people like Ozil, whether you like him or not, is sitting there earning a ghastly amount of money. And it's just toxic, bro. And where is that proper Arsenal team gone? Like, I think it is down a big part to the stadium move. I'm not going to lie to you, bro.
I hear what you're saying. And I remember I watched the interview of Henry. And Henry said, like, I'll be in the dressing room and I'll be having a shocking game. I'll be having a really bad game. But I look to the left and I've got Vieira. I look to my right, I've got Jens Lehmann. I've got Ashley Cole. I've got like all
Campbell,
these top Campbell. Do you know all these top ballers that if I don't play well, 9 times out of 10 we're still gonna win because I've got my boys around me and you know, they're of a caliber where if one person isn't 100%, they'll pick up the X amount of percentage. This team right now, I don't feel like they have that kind of mindset. I mean, we've got young ballers like Joe Willock, absolute baller. Love him. I used to actually personal train him when I was younger, when I was before Love Island. He went to my school and got 3 brothers, Joe, Chrissy, Matt. All, when I say ballers, from young. Yeah. But Joe's come through the ranks and he's proven himself. Saka's proven himself. So you've got these young ballers who are fighting for their t-shirt, fighting to start. And I feel like there's ballers in the camp that are up there getting paid X amount, stupid amount, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, I still pick up money, whatever. That's toxic, like you said.
It's sad to see. I wanted to touch a little bit about on your own stuff now, bro. So we'll come back to football in a bit, but obviously you were a baller way before Love Island ever even knocked on your door. Let's get that first straight, because I don't people, you know, like, you know, if you went on Love Island, you're like, yeah, I kick ball, but you kicked ball. Like you weren't just one of them dons that, yeah, I kick ball. You kick ball.
Yeah, I played football since I was like 4. I loved it. Football for me was my first ever love. I remember I've been like 3-4 years of age, like telling my dad, like, get me into a team. My dad's like, Jack, you're too young. You got to wait till you're 5. But I just remember playing and loving it, man. I played for my school. I played for my county. Like I went on to play. I went from under 18 straight into first team at Ryman Prem, because I kind of missed our reserve level, because it was a weird kind of level where it was like, am I going to better myself? I need to better myself and be stronger. And the only way you do that is by playing with people who are better than you, stronger than you, and quicker than you. For me, that decision was to go straight into first team. So I did that and I never looked back. I played
what age is this, Jack?
I was playing first team at like 19.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I weren't on massive loads of money at all or anything. It was more about the experience and more about bettering myself as a player. Yeah. And I played first team for like 2 or 3 years, and then got picked up by, I think, went to Boreham, Bishop Stortford.
Yeah.
In Conference South. It was Conference South now. It's now National. Where for me that was another step. I didn't play as much as I'd like to have played, but I learned, and that was a massive thing for me. Massive, played and learned. So yeah, man, it was just a career that I always wanted to do more. But I got to an age where I was, 20, 22, I think, and I hadn't played pro at all. And a lot of my friends have been playing pro since they was like 90, like the Woolocks. They was playing pro Arsenal, Man United. One of my other friends at Reading, but I never really got to that level. So for me, I just had to really think about, long term. And since I come out of Love Island, it's been crazy. I've won at Wembley. I've scored at Stamford Bridge. I've scored at where else I've made. I've just played in loads of stadiums, Premier League stadiums.
Leicester?
I haven't played at Leicester yet. We had so many matches lined up, but obviously because of COVID got cancelled. But funny enough, it's just I've had such a weird experience with football. I remember being on a school trip, going around Wembley. You go into the changing rooms and you walk through the tunnel, and it's all like, oh my God, Wembley. I remember walking out the tunnel into the pitch, thinking, one day
you're gonna
do this. Well, I don't personally. I thought it'll probably be me playing FIFA. Yeah, but I actually ended up walking out or into Wembley Stadium and playing, albeit with F2 in a YouTube tournament. But it was still competitive. It was still,
I've seen it, bro.
Yeah, 30,000 people. I played with Perez. I played with Gilberto. Do you know what I mean? I played with big time ballers who were, included into the squad. So amazing experience. Amazing experience.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say that. I mean, I played semi-pro up until 17, did one season in reserves at Wingate and Finchley.
Wingate, yeah.
And then I went to uni and, found, going out and all that stuff.
That's the thing.
I genuinely, from a kid, my old man played for Yeovil back in the day. So I always thought, naturally, I'm going to be a player. And then a few things happened with my family and that. And then went to uni and I thought, well, if I can't be a player, the second best thing to do is at least be there every week watching the team and writing and speaking about it. So, yeah, that's how I've ended up. But talking about the top 3 Love Island ballers that you know.
Alex Bowen.
He's a good player, isn't he?
He's got a bit. Josh Denzel likes to think he's got a bit.
Yeah, bro, I was going to say this,
He likes to think he's got a bit.
Josh play.
I love Josh, but I remember one time we had a game, but we was on the opposite team. And, bro, I'm a defender. He's a striker. And if it was a competitive game and I was, playing proper regular football like I was, in this 150-50 challenge, I would have lifted him up in the air, took the ball, but lifted him. But I just had to allow him. I just took the ball cleanly. But yeah, he thinks he's got a bit. And Sam Gowland, actually, Sam Gowland's quite good. He's quite quick. He's quite quick. So
I've seen a picture of you tackling him actually online. There's a picture of he's trying to push you over and you're getting the ball.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but I mean, I'm a centre half, so there's no nonsense defending for me where you can't score from the car park either. So if you ain't showing feet, it's going Rosette. Get me? I'm getting the clean sheet.
Are you one of them, if in doubt, get it out, or do you like to play out from the back?
I love
tackle.
I like playing. I think all banter aside, you need to keep the ball. But cool. I mean, look, John Stones, he's great at playing at the back. He's confident. He's comfortable. But I suppose if I was to relate myself to a baller, I've always looked up to people like Pepe, who's quite hot-headed. Yeah, quite hot-headed, quite aggressive. But that was my thing, bro. Like I was never the best centre half. Like there's been boys, but what I had was passion and heart, and I gave everything out. But I'm comfortable with the ball, and I win my headers, I win my duels. So, I mean, Pepe, Sergio, even John Terry, man, he's one of the best.
Were you one of those guys that used to pinch the back of the arm, pinch the under the leg?
Oh, bro, listen,
the toes?
I've done some things.
Couple red cards.
I got amount of red cards. The thing is with me, the thing is with me, I remember one time, and I was playing, and I went up for a corner, so I'm attacking now. Got up the corner, and a geezer elbowed me in my side as I've jumped. Right, said a few things. I said a few things back. I said, "All right, watch." 10 minutes later, they've got a corner. Now I'm said to him, I'm marking you. So I'm marking. Come over. I told him, come over here. I'm marking you. He's jumped for the ball, right? I've grabbed him by the balls. I'm not gonna lie. I grabbed him by the balls and I pulled him back down to earth. I've never heard a man scream like that. I swear to God, I've never. And I was like, what's happened? Nothing happened, but no VAR. But yeah, man, look, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, I've done some dirty challenges. I've elbowed and I've been elbowed. So swings and roundabouts, man.
Do you know what, bro? I say Pepe and these men are nasty. I was a bit like that. So I remember one time I was up front because I started defense, then up front and now back. But I was up front now. I've got a man, the throw's coming down the line. So I'm just right there to flick it on, really. But I know that the guy defending me has got quite bad asthma because I started having his pumping that at half time. So obviously the ball's come up. I've elbowed him in the chest and he's folded over because he was losing quite a lot of breath at the time. And then it was like,
GBH.
What?
So basically you did GBH. That was basically GBH.
Essentially. and then my dad, at the end of the game, got my hand, got his dad, got his hand, and we shook hands, and that was it. And that's just how I dealt with it. Like, you do your dirt on the pitch, and then you shake hands always after. That's just.
I think one of the worst things I did. I started on the bench, and one of my boys was playing the game, and he knew one of the boys on the other team. And my friend was actually sitting next to me on the bench, and this particular guy who my friend knew on the other team was doing dirty challenges, like was obviously put on the pitch to just lift us up in the air. And I knew I was going to come on. So I said to my friend who knew him, I said, listen, give me some information about him. He went, well, he's got a girlfriend. I said, right, his girlfriend's name, Sally. Okay, cool. No, what's his mum's name? His mum's name is Jean. I said, cool. I got onto the pitch. I walked past him. Hey, can I swear?
Yeah, you can swear.
I walked past him and I barged him, right? He went, what? I said, listen, you waste man. Yeah. I fucked your girl last night. Her name's Sally. Mate, I've never seen a man's head go like that before. He was gone. I said, yeah, her name's Sally. She lives such and such. She's blonde hair, big back. Yeah, do you know what? I've never seen a man rattled so much. Like, it was gone. He got subbed off. 10 minutes later, he got subbed off.
Mate, and he was fuming on the side, not even
fuming. He didn't know what to do with himself. He didn't know what to do with himself. But
that is what we call in football shithousery.
Yeah, I lived in his head rent free, basically. Rent free. In fact, he was paying
landlord business.
No.
Yeah, he paid you.
He paid me.
He paid you to live in his head. Unbelievable. Great story there. Appreciate that. First pair of boots growing up. What were you? I mean, let me just guess. Actually, let me guess.
Go on.
So how old are you, bro?
24.
Right. So 24. So we're looking at the kind of birth of the Predator era. And you're nodding, so I'm going to go with a Pred, which was also mine.
Yeah, it was a Pred, man. It was Beckham. It was the black and red with the white stripes. That was my go-to. I remember because
Precisions.
Say again.
The Precisions, I think. The Manias.
It was the one with the loop around the tongue. You put the loop. Yeah, mate. I have them, bro. Mate, metal blades. Not allowed them no more.
Too. I got metal a picture. I got a picture that I'll find, but like yourself, they were my first boots. I mean, I was more of a battler in the middle than a vapors man. You know, these kind of quick boots. I needed heavy duty. They're the boots I went for, bro. But what you mentioned about the tongue. Do you remember 2002 World Cup when Beckham scores that pen against Argentina 1-0? In the World Cup, I was at school watching it for breakfast.
What was it? Was it a free kick or pen? What was it?
It was a pen, straight down the middle. And he was wearing the white Manias, and he had like all the engravings on, and you knew the real ones were real because you had the free connecting stripe bits under the bottom. Unreal pair of boots, bro.
Yeah.
What Mondials? You a fan?
What ones?
Cop Mondials?
What are they?
Old school coppers.
The referee boots.
Crap. Yeah. The referee boots.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I actually had a pair. Had a pair. Yeah,
me too, bro.
And funny enough, you know what? I actually got recently. They re-released the Predators that we're talking about, and they released them. I got a pair. I got the gold pair because I got the gold pair because I thought if I got a gold pair when I was playing competitively, my manager would have sacked me. Right, because he's not having a centre half with gold boots. Do you know what I mean? I'll just get. I would have got fined. I probably would have got fined. Gold boots, you get a fine.
Yeah.
But look, when you're playing for, you know what I mean? When you're playing against like Max Brannan and Danny Dyer, do you know what I mean? When it's just for charity, I don't think much else can go wrong. So me getting gold boots was kind of acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, I had a pair of gold Preds at the time around 2006. I mean, nowadays, I'm quite liking the Puma Futures. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're what Madison's wearing at the minute. But I've got the all black ones. Like I couldn't have, these colors. I mean, this is how old school my dad was, yeah? One time in winter, I'm 7 playing for an under-9s team. It's so cold, bro. It's like January, the pitch is frozen over, and I've dared to wear gloves. My dad stops the game, comes over to me, takes my gloves off and throws them on the floor and says, "You don't wear gloves."
Yeah.
That's old school.
Yeah. I mean, it was when I was like 10, you know, I mean, my mum was on my case. You got to tuck your shirt in. You show respect to the referee. I said, what? How is me tucking a shirt in showing respect to the ref? But
I get what she says, though. I get what she means.
No, bless her. But, you know, then all the white tape come on, the white tape on the wrists and all that. Yeah.
Great memories of Boots, man. Absolutely love talking about Boots. So talking more about your music now, bro. So back to the feature single with yourself and Figure Flows is out now. I was watching it today. I mean, it's a classy video, isn't it? It's you put some thought into the concept. Figure Flows smashes it as well. Talk to me about kind of the moment there where you decide to go, actually, I'm releasing a music video and I'm becoming an artist.
Yeah, I mean, for me, music has always been my life. My dad, he's from St. Helena, a country. Recently.
Amazing story about that, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
And just so you know, if you didn't know already, this channel is 100% massively in support of Black Lives Matter. And anyone who isn't, please remove yourself from the channel right now.
Get yourself the fuck out of here quickly.
Absolutely, bro.
But yeah, man, my dad's from St. Helena, a tiny island, and the cuisine and, you know, the whole vibe is very similar to the West Indies. So I was brought up on a lot of soul music, a lot of ska music, reggae music. So my genre of music has always been quite broad when growing up. And also when I was ages between 12 and 15, I was in, you know, like a performing arts school. I was learning to act and sing and dance and stuff like that. And for me, that might be reason why I'm quite comfortable in front of cameras, because I was talking quite young. But music for me, singing for me, had always been something I love doing. And my manager is Simon Webb from Blue.
Yeah.
So he, you know, we were just in the car one day and I was just singing along and he was like, he said, "Well, you like singing?" I said, "Yeah, I've been singing." And he was like, "Okay, cool." Took me into the studio and that was it, bro. Loved it. I loved it. I'd never been studio before. So it was all very new. But
what a person to have mentoring you, though.
Yeah, the best. I mean, look, there's not many things that happen for a reason, but I definitely believe that was one. He you know, he's been a great mentor. He's helped me a lot. And the song itself was written by a producer, David King, who is amazing at what he does. And he just wrote it. I heard it and loved it. And we just went in. We done the track. Figures jumped on it as well, and he smashed his part. And then come to the music video. And we shot that all within one day. Early start, late finish. I mean, we finished at, I think, 2 in the morning. Where was that? That is a good question. Do you know what? I don't even know, my friend. I think at these times I had to get up at like 4 in the morning. I just jumped in the taxi. Like, I was asleep, bro. I was asleep. Got there. I was like, yeah, give me a coffee. Yeah, boom. And just cracked on. But no, a wicked day. Finished at 2 in the morning. Got everything done. And you just loved it, man. I literally went from that video shoot straight to Gatwick Airport out to Ibiza. And imagine, I went from Ibiza, came home, imagine, on the Monday. Yeah. We shot the video on the Tuesday. I was back in Ibiza at 10 a.m. on the Wednesday. So I literally flew home to do the video to fly back out. But a wicked day. And the visuals, I think, are really good as well. So I'm proud of it. Considering it's my first one, I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it.
I'm proud of you for it, because what the beautiful thing about you, I think, is that you've built up an audience, but you're not afraid whatsoever to do what it is you want to do. Like, you don't want to be labeled as that Love Island guy. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. I think anyone who's watching this, listening to this, you need to understand that people are always going to have an opinion on you. And people are going to be like, why are you trying to do this? Or why are you trying to do that? Well, listen, I'm all for trying every single thing that you want to enjoy. I mean, I'm not the type to stay in one lane. I'm going to slide all over the lanes, because you're not going to, for me, I'm not going to do something just because people might be like, why is he stepping into music for? He's not a singer. He should be a reality TV star. People who want to, you know, categorize you, let them do that. That's up to them. But don't not do something because of their opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I've never let anyone stop me from doing that. And I think you've got to spread the message that you can be whatever you want to be. And if you wake up, and I mean, before this, you're doing football, personal training, then reality TV, you've come back into football, music, content creation as well. Talk to me about how important that is as well, just keeping the content light. Even when you're dropping the music and the football stuff, you still want to keep it light.
Yeah, massively. I mean, during lockdown, it's been difficult, of course, but for everyone, it's been difficult. So, again, when I come out of the villa, I said from the very, very start, I'll use my social media, my platform to hopefully benefit people. I'm not just going to be someone to, just sell brands. You know what I mean? That's not what I think. If you've got a platform, you should only be doing. So, with the Black Lives Matter movement, I went to the protests. I come back, and I remember just sitting there thinking, wow, what a crazy day. Like, it was so much passion, so much anger, hate, but also a lot of love there. So I thought, let me, go back there and hopefully use my platform to get people's opinions, stories and voices out there further than they thought they could be. So I went back there with a cameraman and literally just, had a discussion with a lot of the people protesting. And I wanted it to all be about them. So I stepped out of the camera. It's all about the person. And their opinions and their views. So that will be coming out soon as well. But
amazing, man.
Yeah, I mean, with the content, you just got to keep on it.
100%. I mean, my girlfriend is Jamaican, and she went to the Black Lives Matter movement in Nottingham. And I think, and I'm going to use my platform to say this now, and Jack will echo me here. But I think what the key thing for people to understand who don't understand already is this isn't a white v black thing. This is everybody against racists. And what you have to remember is, and I'll say this clearly over my chest, the person who needs to speak about this the most isn't a black person, it's a white person, because of white privilege and the kind of transgressional ideals that have been in place. We need to rip them apart. They're not right just because they've been there for ages. It doesn't make sense and it's not fair. People just want equality. And if you feel triggered by the Black Lives Matter movement, I'm sorry, but you're a racist.
Yeah, I 100% back it. I mean, it's not about, it's not about Black lives don't matter, white lives matter. It's about all lives matter, right? And we're not trying to say that. The thing is, and you know what? I read a really good analogy, and it broke it down so simply. Imagine if my house is on fire, i.e. the black people, right? My house is on fire, right? And I've got a fire engine coming out outside my house to hose my house down because it's on fire. It's in danger, right? Black lives matter. Lives are in danger. My house is in danger, yeah? You wouldn't have someone across the street who hasn't got a fire going on their house, whose house is there proudly getting all sorts of benefits because that's their house, right? You wouldn't have someone coming out of their house going, yeah, but my house, my house, why aren't you hosing down my house? Yeah, your house isn't on fire, big man. Yeah, your house isn't in danger, right? So that is really easy way to look about it. We're not saying that white lives don't matter. We're saying that all lives matter, but all lives don't matter until black lives matter.
Thank you. That's the best way to describe it. And I'm glad we've had this chat, and I'm completely backing you to the hills, bro, on that one. I actually just, whilst we've been talking, managed to find this, bro. So this is me as a kid. Little elbow in the chest there, and you can see the boots, the white Predators.
Standard.
You can see that. You can see it. So I'm glad I found that. But speaking of boots and cool other things, we're going to move now to match day mix. Now, this is actually my favorite part of the show, bro. As you know, we can't go to matches. We can't eat food. We can't be in the stands. We can't wear the garms to go down to the stadiums. But we can bring the best parts of the match day experiences to you. So I've asked you to pick out a few bits. We've got a pair of trainers. We've got a jacket. We have food. We have drink. And we also have music as well. All things that you would do on a match day. So let's start with the trainers, bro. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. These trainers right here, the Valentinos, no one else has picked a pair of trainers this expensive before on this show. I mean, you're looking at the 5 to 7 bill bracket, I'd say, for Rep like this. I mean, life's good. Of course, it's good. But do you really want to be wearing those, bro, to go to the match day?
I mean,
where are you watching the game in them? Because it can't be the terraces.
I mean, if you're sitting in a box and you've got the real box, I mean, you can put your feet up. Yeah. So your feet ain't even going to be on the ground. But yeah, I suppose if it's grassroots football, you're not going to take them down Hackney Marshes, are you? So, yeah. Yeah.
Lovely pair of crepes, though. I'm not going to lie to you. If we get another look, I mean, I'm a big crepe man. I've got over 150 pairs myself. I've never actually spent that much or kind of looked at crepes like a Valentino, but I have to say the chassé is beautiful. And next time we're out, if you see a pair, just grab me some, and then
I'll just
a size 10/11. So just
I got you.
Exactly. And then whilst we're in there as well, obviously the jacket. Now talk to me about this choice, because again, I mean, in the depths of the winter, are you going to be wearing that, bro?
Look, it's understated. It's not out there. It's Boss, right? It's a man's brand, not a boy brand.
No,
man.
Right.
You know, if you're spending, I think, was it £5 on trainers? I think that, how much is that jacket? I think that's £3.
$3 to $3.50, I'd say.
Yeah.
Hugo Boss jacket. It's a lovely piece.
I mean, if you've got that, you can afford a nice thick jumper underneath it. So,
and I did give you the option for that. So a chunky knit underneath, and you can't go wrong. Now, obviously, you've got to eat something at the game. When I had Rob on the show, he ate a vegan burger because he's just turned vegan. I also had Chris from the Red Men. He had a steak pie. You've gone, and I rate it. I definitely rate it, because the last time I went to a football game before COVID happened was Chelsea in the FA Cup. And this is exactly what I ate, and it's a chicken burger.
Oh, look at that. I love it now.
Bro, I'm starving. Don't. No, it's a beauty. It's a beauty, that one. I can't lie. Are you a Nando's man?
Oh, I love a Nando's, bro. I love a Nandino's. Absolutely love one.
And do you know what? The drink, I'm not going to lie to you, it surprised me. I mean, if you were playing football, a Lucozade Sport is obviously there. But I don't know, if you're in a box especially, or if you're watching the game, did you not fancy a lager?
I'll tell you why.
Go on, bro.
So with the Lucozade Sport, you've got that special top, innit?
Yeah.
Like you don't. So when you squirt, it goes far.
Yeah.
So I'm going to aim it at the away fans,
Yeah. I mean, that's a way around getting around the no lid thing, isn't it?
There we go.
There you go. And of course, you've got to listen to some tunes to get you fired up for the game. I mean, I had a lot of options there, but you've gone with Drake, Chicago Freestyle, and I can understand why. I mean, an amazing artist, but I mean, a lot of the football players these days listen to Drake to get them to. Even James Milner does.
Boring Milner, bloody hell! I mean, he's got.
Well, actually, what happens is the Ox puts the tunes on, and Milner's just in the room, so Milner just listens to the tunes. But big tune, that one there.
Thank you. I like my music. I do like Drake, man. You're G.
Absolutely. Now, I've got some other questions for you here. This is the Would You Rather section of the show. So I give you a couple of options, and you choose which one is best for you. So, right, this is a good one. I did think of it quite nicely. Right, you see, he knows how good the question is already. So 5 appearances for Arsenal, and what I'm going to say to make it even sweeter, bro, is those 5 appearances, you win 1 trophy. So it could be an FA Cup. We're not going to say what trophy it is, but it's a major honour.
Okay.
Or you get 2 top 5 hits. Now, who's to say that both of these might still happen? Yeah, because as we said, got fingers in pies. But off the bat, tell me which one would you rather?
My heart is going with the 5 games for Arsenal, because I've played football since I was 3, and you know what? I played against Arsenal, but I would love to play for Arsenal. So yeah, I'd have to go 5 games for Arsenal, and they'd have to be against top teams like Barca, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham. It has to be a derby.
Okay. Well, yeah, if you can pick the games and I guarantee a trophy, maybe to be fair, maybe I should have said like 5 top 5 hits to make it a bit sweeter, you
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
But yeah, no, good. I thought you'd go with the Arsenal. And the second one, you win 6-0 against Liverpool, but you lose your European space, or you lose 6-0 against Liverpool, but you get the Champions League / Europa League spot. We'll go over Champions League spot. We'll say
yeah.
you fifth. Now, this is obviously we're playing you next Wednesday at the Emirates, so this is when it would be. So, what would you choose?
I would hold the L. I'd hold the 6-0 slump. Listen, for Liverpool, they're champions. It's done. So whatever. But for Arsenal, any means necessary, we need to get Champions League. So that means we get slapped 6-0. We get slapped 6-0.
Yeah, Liam Roach liking your response there. Do you know what? I think it probably would go down as Arsenal's biggest home defeat. But again, you know, you would get the space. I mean, Arsenal, man, we're in the Champions League for what was it, 17 years in a row or something like that?
Yeah, something crazy like that.
I mean, that was way more than Liverpool during that period, especially like in the 90s when Liverpool just weren't even near that kind of place. But I'll always remember, bro, the 2006 final. Obviously, it was a year after we won it in Istanbul. And I wanted Arsenal to win. And when Barca won and Puyol lifted the trophy, I had to turn the TV off, bro, because I couldn't. After Gerrard had lifted it that year before with all the ticker tape, all the red around him going mad, I couldn't watch Puyol lift that trophy. And I would have much preferred, was it Vieira at the time? Was the captain gone?
Yeah. Do you know what, though? When it comes to like Europe, and I see an English team in the final, whatever, I don't care who you are. I'd love an English team to win. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. However.
Yeah, I mean, last year we did you lot a favour, bro. Come on.
Because I can't see Tottenham picking up anything. Look, I think it was last year they had the best season they've had in a long time. Yet finished behind Arsenal.
Well, listen, a lot of people are saying right now, look how bad Arsenal are playing, but you're still 1 point ahead of Spurs.
1 point ahead, bro. 1 point ahead. Did they win on the weekend?
They lost at the weekend, but they won last night.
Last night, I see it.
Against Everton, 1-0.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm all for Arsenal getting back up there. I've got a little soft spot for them anyway. I'm not just saying that because you're here, but I always have Arsenal as a team. Quick, then, top of the Kops, the best moments of the week. Obviously, top of the Pops, top of the Kops. We've got to have a number one. Now, this one did definitely irked me, Jack. Let me get your thoughts on this. So, as you can see, Bernardo Silva not clapping at all.
Why?
Bro, you tell me. I don't know. You can see it clearly there. Everyone around him is clapping. Bernardo Silva does not clap. And guess what? They lose the next game.
Bit peak. I didn't even notice that. I don't know, man. Maybe he forgot. I don't know.
Everyone around him is clapping and he's not.
I know. I think, you know what I mean? I think, I don't know, because if Tottenham walked out of it, because the thing is, Man City and Liverpool, it was you two, wasn't it? So it's like,
you would have clapped though, wouldn't you?
I would have clapped. Yeah, I would have clapped. The only time I wouldn't have clapped if it was Tottenham. That's the only time I wouldn't have clapped.
Yeah, fair play. Another top of the Kop moment of the week. This man scoring for Arsenal, becoming the youngest ever Arsenal Academy graduate to score a Premier League goal. I mean, just before he signed his new deal with you lot, I was like, let's swoop in and grab him. Great player,
man. I've watched him a few times at the Emirates, and I think you know what? I didn't even realize how young he was.
Yeah,
he doesn't play like that. He plays with a lot of, he's got no fear. That's the thing. He's got no fear. He knows it. And the thing is, I think that comes from the manager. When you play with no fear, in my opinion, it's because you know the manager is going to back you, whether you make a mistake or you don't. And you're not scared. If you make a mistake, you're dropped. So then when you have the backing of the manager who says to you, look, do what you want to do, express yourself on the pitch. I've got you 100% off the pitch with the press. You're more likely to take risks. You're more likely to do something that you're not, supposed to do. An extra step over and drive in. Like he's so good with the ball, and such a mature player for his age. It's one of the best things that Arsenal have done this season by signing him on long term.
Absolutely, I can't agree more. I mean, when the news came out that David Luiz has signed a new deal, you know, you're looking to get some good news in straight away after. I mean, your
I don't
reaction
even know, man. I don't even know what that game was when he played, bro. That first game back, he pretty much rugby tackled Mahrez.
He did the same against Salah at Anfield. Do you remember? First day, one of the first games of the season.
The thing with David Luiz, 4 years ago, he's a different player. 4 or 5 years ago, different player.
PSG and Chelsea.
Now, and again, this is what I'm saying about Arsenal, man. They haven't got a Sol Campbell. We haven't got the likes of a John Terry. Haven't got the likes of a Ferdinand. Do you know what I mean? The centre half is the backbone. Is the backbone of the team. So when you've got players who are making mistakes like that, it just sets precedent for the rest of the team. I mean, I think that there needs to be a massive shake-up with Arsenal. But yeah, I mean, David Luiz, 1 year left. He would have probably left after this season if COVID didn't happen.
Yeah.
But look, I think you've got to deal with what you've got. So yeah, 1 more year.
Do you know what, bro? Take Lovren. Just put him and Luiz in the middle.
I'll take Van Dijk.
Yeah, of course you would. I think Van Dijk for me is just like, he's the reason. I mean, him and Alisson, I mean, the signing of those guys just changed everything.
Absolutely.
And the selling of Coutinho, unbelievable. The final and number one top of the Kop moment of the week is someone who actually observed the guard of honour beautifully. And that was Liverpool keeper Pepe Reina, former Liverpool keeper, clapping for Aston Villa. If you look closely, bro, you can actually see John Terry giving Liverpool a guard of honour right at the first one on the left, which was even sweeter for me to see a man like JT clapping Liverpool onto the pitch. So that's the top of the Kop moment of the week.
I've got a lot of respect for Pepe Reina. I've always liked Pepe, man. I've always liked him. I think even the game against West Ham when Gerrard done that absolute screamer in the FA Cup, Pepe was playing, right?
Yeah,
making sure I'm right. Absolute wicked dude, man. I think he's such a professional. Absolutely, like top professional, man.
Yeah, I mean, they said 400 appearances for Liverpool. I mean, he was easily our best Premier League goalkeeper until Alisson came. There was, with Reina though, I mean, his assists were unreal. He used to kick the ball.
Oh, the sidewind on a.
And
oh my God! He'd get like parallel with the floor.
Yeah, the floor is just straight.
Like he'd get really low and just parallel. Mad. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But yeah, absolute baller. Having
said that, he always had a little error one time every season. So I think in the end, we replaced him with Simon Mignolet and Loris Karius. So the less said about them two, the better. But listen, Jack, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. I really appreciate it, my brother.
No, all good.
Get to know what your football flavours are and that kind of thing. And this episode's out now. It's a live episode. So go and share that and all that good stuff there. But yeah, Jack, my brother, thank you so much for coming on.
Bro, thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro.